This is how you use ChatGPT to get ready for an interview. I'm going to give you 3 perfectly crafted prompts that you can use to help ChatGPT help you turn into an interview rock star. Follow these directions and you'll be getting so many job offers. Now, as soon as you get a job interview, the first thing you're going to need to do is try to predict what questions they're going to ask you. To do this, we will use this prompt in ChatGPT. I have a job interview at this company. Enter the company website. I've attached the job description for the job I'm interviewing for. Can you please generate a list of questions that the company is likely to ask? Please include questions that focus on the following: job-related skills, industry trends and challenges, interpersonal/leadership skills, relevant technology, anything else you feel may come up. I'd like 20 questions, please. Now, we're going to have a nice, careful look through all of these questions that it has produced for us. I know 20 questions is more questions than typically would come up in an interview, but the more questions that we prepare for, the more likely we are to be prepared to answer the questions they do ask. And as always when working with AI, I want you to think critically about these questions. And of course, ask yourself, what other questions might they ask? And feel free to add your own questions to this list. Next, we're going to get some help planning our answers. So, we're going to upload our resume into this same ChatGPT conversation, and we'll add this prompt. Next, I'd like you to take a look through my resume and tell me how I can best answer those questions based on my experience. Please provide bullet point answers that are formulated using the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. By the way, if you enjoy using ChatGPT and you want some more helpful prompts for your job search, check out my ebook, The ChatGPT Resume. I've linked to that down in the description below. If you need resume help, I highly recommend you check it out. Now, we have a solid list of questions and some really helpful guidance on how to answer those questions based on our own experience from our own resume. Now, a lot of people at this point would just stop, read through these points and say, okay, I'm done, I'm all set. No, if you stop there, you will not get the job. There is one more very important step that, in my opinion, makes the difference between winners and losers of the job. The person who most often wins the job is the person who predicts the questions, plans their answers, and rehearses their answers. I have conducted hundreds of interviews. The people who rehearse their answers are much more likely to get the job offer. So we're going to open ChatGPT on our phones and we're going to say, I want to practice for this interview and I want you to be my interview coach. Can you ask me a question from that list, then listen to my answer and provide feedback on how I can better incorporate my past experience into my answers and better formulate my responses. Now, I'll spare you from listening to me sample answer a question, but if you do want to see me answer interview questions, check out my other playlist here on my YouTube channel of sample interview answers. After you answer the question, it is going to give you some feedback that sounds like this.
It's a really great example. You did a nice job highlighting how you approach the situation calmly and how you listen to your coworker's perspective. That's definitely something interviewers love to hear because it shows you're collaborative. And one little pointer, you might want to add a quick note about what you learned from that experience or how it helped you in future teamwork situations. That just kind of wraps it up with a nice little bow. So yeah, that's how I give you a wits to praise and a pointer.
Now, if you want to get more job interviews, check out my free resume writing course here on YouTube. And if you want to make sure you're converting on those job interviews, check out my free job interview prep course here on YouTube as well. We'll see you over there.